Boom! What's up, y'all? Hopefully you're having a rad Monday. So check this out. Every day, I wanted to go live and share a really rad article that I come across. Typically, I won't read all the way through. I just like the title, and I think it's something that I can learn from, and so I want to share it with y'all. This is from The Observer. You can see it at theobserver.com, and it's by Josh Axe. I don't think it's from Dr. Axe. It could be. And the title is, "These 4 foods are ruining our precious good night's sleep." For me personally, at this moment, I don't have a hard time sleeping unless I do eat yummy nastiness, which is fast food. When I used to be on prescription drugs, I was addicted to sleeping pills, and I had to have my meds to go to sleep. It was pure torture. It was a nightmare. And so thankfully I kicked that. I no longer take prescription drugs. Again, I sleep like a baby unless I do eat fast food or unhealthy foods. It gives me heartburn. It keeps me inflamed and it gives me mucus, and I have a hard time sleeping, and I feel really groggy when I wake up. When I'm on the fruit juices, when I'm on the whole food plant-based diet, I sleep like a baby. So let's learn together. So these 4 foods are ruining your precious good night's sleep. All right. So starts out with, have you ever woken up feeling like you didn't sleep a wink? I know I have. Or worse, have you spent an entire night tossing and turning until you hear the buzz of your alarm the next morning? Thankfully, I haven't had to use an alarm clock, since 2006, y'all. I started my first web design company, Arizona Web Kings, in 2006. Before that, I was a golf pro, and I had to wake up at 4:30 every morning. So I had to use an alarm clock, and I had to drive an hour to Glendale, to go teach golf lessons and to run the shop and stuff. And before that, I was in the Navy. So I definitely know what it feels like, to wake up to an alarm clock. Thankfully, I don't have an alarm clock. There's no need for an alarm clock. But I do know that feeling. So, sleep is very, very important. From what I know, for what I like to do, I like to take power naps, y'all. Give me some hearts if you like power naps. I like to take like 3 power naps a day. And I'm talking anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes. And I'm just like good to go. I've met a lot of people that cannot take power naps, where they take a nap and like don't even mess with it because they're going to be out for 2 or 3 hours and they wake up really, really groggy. For me, I love power naps. If I don't get a power nap in, I could be, a little bit of cray-cray. So here goes. Unfortunately, sleep deprivation is a serious problem for many, and it can take a real toll on your health. Besides tanking energy levels, sleep loss can impair your immune system, your immune function, crush libido, and ruin concentration. I agree. Studies also show that habitual sleep deprivation may also be associated with a higher risk of chronic illness, including type 2 diabetes and heart disease. That shows you how important sleep is, right? I used to do meth. I used to do methamphetamines when I was 16 years old, and I remember being up for 4 days, y'all, and I was sleep deprived, and you start hallucinating at a certain, when you don't get enough sleep, and it's crazy. That's why sleep is so important. Even when I would go off, if I'd go to a rave and I was doing a lot of ecstasy and then sleep for 2 or 3 days, you could literally start hallucinating. And a lot of the times I remember, number one, when I was hungover, you're poisoning yourself with alcohol, but you're not getting a lot of sleep. At least I wasn't. And I remember I'd always get strep throat if I didn't get enough sleep, if I was on a binge, if I was doing meth or whatever. So that shows you right there, it takes a toll on your immune system. And so sleep is super, super important. You always hear, oh, get your 8 hours of sleep. I'm not really sure you need that much, especially if you're power napping. But this is why this article caught my attention, because it's going to give us, this Axe guy is going to give us, 4 really, really things that about sleep. It says, there are several potential causes for sleep loss, including some that may be lurking in your fridge. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Probably SpaghettiOs, right? The good news is that avoiding these foods can make sleeping easier without the nasty side effects of sleeping pills. Boom, boom, boom. In the comment section below, do you take sleeping pills? Do you take the generic? Do you take what's the other one? The spray stuff, melatonin, or do you take prescription sleeping pills? I know a lot of entertainers, singers, artists, actors, whatever it is, a lot of them, look at a lot of the, the people that have died on sleeping pills. A lot of people cannot go to sleep unless they have their meds, and I know how that feels. So it says, here are 4 foods you may want to nix from your diet to maximize your sleep. Number 1, alcohol, right? Even though sipping a glass of wine or beer may make you feel drowsy, drinking alcohol right before bed wreaks havoc on the sleep cycle. Studies show alcohol can disrupt rapid eye movement, which is REM sleep, the restorative phase of your sleep cycle that is essential to sleep energy levels elevated throughout the day. Alcohol may also suppress breathing and aggravate sleep apnea, further disrupting a good night's sleep. Do you all drink? My father, I think to this day, I don't talk to him. I really plan on calling him soon. It's been almost a year that I haven't spoke to him. I did a video on that. But ever since I can remember, my dad would come home and he would drink 3 beers within the first hour, and he would drink 6 to 7 beers every single night. And it was Coors in the 80s, and then it was Coors Light. And I can't operate like that. And so it says alcohol, it can affect your sleep for sure. And then you can get into like the dark liquors or, the vodkas, and the hard liquors. I know for me, that stuff was like Red Bull to me, because I would drink a whole bottle of vodka and I wouldn't want to sleep. And then I would drink Red Bulls and dirty martinis and all that stuff. And so that's why I would have sleep deprivation, because of alcohol. I don't desire alcohol anymore. I'm still an alcoholic, but I don't even crave. I could walk by a bar or a club, I can hear that music, and I'm good to go. And I know that's because I've created a healthy habit. So I don't have to worry about alcohol. People are different though. Some people might need a glass of wine. Some people might need a couple pops to go to sleep. Where all of our bodies are different. Number 2, this is huge. High sugar foods, y'all. It's no secret that indulging in sweets and sugary treats can negatively impact your health, starting with your waistline. I think we all know that. But did you know that they may also impact your ability to get a good night's sleep? High sugar foods like candy, cookies, soda causes spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels and energy. They can also reduce the release of melatonin, a hormone that plays a central role in regulating your sleep. I've had some success with melatonin. There's a lot of good spray melatonins out there. I used to play with one called Onnit, which is ONNIT, and then there was a higher grade one, and I think it was like $12, but it was one spray with that one, and it would always make my throat really itchy, but it would knock me out. But the one I'm talking about would actually make me feel groggy. There's a one from Onnit that is 5 sprays, and it's a mint one, and you go to sleep within like 20 minutes, and you wake up and you feel great. I don't need that stuff anymore, but if you all struggle, it's not a product placement or a sponsor or anything, but go to Onnit, and they have an evergreen one and a mint flavor one, and I think it's like $11, and you get like this much right here. Spray 5 of those on your tongue, y'all. It really does work. And so stay away from those high sugar foods. Number 1, I think all the time, especially if it's processed. Number 2, right before you go to bed, because you're not going to be able to go to sleep in some cases because you just took all this sugar, right? And so you're just going to be tossing and turning. Here's number 3, spicy foods, which we all love. I know I do. Although chili peppers may be the perfect adding to a zip of flavor to your favorite dishes, they're not too stellar when it comes to getting adequate sleep. Eating spicy foods right before bed can cause indigestion and discomfort, making getting shut-eye all but impossible. Research also suggests that capsaicin, which I don't know what it is, that's why I love doing this, because we learn together, a compound found in spicy foods may increase body temperature, thereby interfering with sleep. It says there's no need to steer clear of spicy foods altogether, but it's best to limit your intake a few hours before bed. Enjoy all the salsa and curry you want around lunchtime, but try to take it easy on the spices later in the day. I don't know if I believe that. I don't think I've ever had an issue with that. Spicy foods, I love spicy foods. I could see how it can make you a little bit irritable, if you're really, really hot. I don't know, in the comment section below, if you eat spicy foods, do you have a hard time getting that shut-eye? And finally, but the last one right here is greasy foods, which we all love. that yummy nastiness, what. Aside from increasing your risk of heart disease, obesity, and cancer, filling up on greasy, fried foods also makes it harder to sleep at night. Consuming high-fat foods, I don't know about that. High fats can, avocados is a high fat, and I think some of the best fats that you can get. But it says consuming high-fat foods could alter levels of orexin, which I don't know what that is, a neurotransmitter involved in wakefulness and sleep. In fact, one 2016 study found that eating high amounts of saturated fat was associated with less restorative, now I'm going to get this word right, restorative sleep, restorative, that means you're rebuilding your body, you're resting, and it's restoring your cells, restoring your mind. Restorative, I think it's restorative. I'm going to read that sentence over again. In fact, one 2016 study that eating high amounts of saturated fat was associated... Y'all know what just happened? It just refreshed. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Here we go. Let's see if I can make this one the best. Where's it at? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. What? In fact, one 2016 study found that eating high amounts of saturated fat was associated with less restorative sleep and more sleep arousals throughout the night. Skip the fried food and junk that contains next to no nutritional value and load up on healthy fats instead. Coconut oil, love that. Chia seeds, love it. And avocados, what? Are a few nutrient-rich options that can fit seamlessly into your well-rounded sleep promoting diet. What? Love that. I love doing these because I learned 3 new words and I learned somebody else's opinion, right? And again, this is at theobserver.com. I'm going to try to do maybe one of these a day. I'm reading this type of stuff all day, every day. I'm so deep in this stuff. And I'll read about any type of diet, any type of lifestyle, any type of politics, any type of religion. I'll read it all. There's nothing that I won't read or, take in. I just got to be careful and just remembering that this is somebody else's facts, this is somebody else's research, this is somebody else's opinion, and, you got to respect that. So let me see who I can see. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, I haven't seen you in the group lately. Come play with us. Hello, Cheryl. Cheryl, I saw your post today. I liked it. You're amazing. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Morgan. Anyways, these are quick videos, y'all. I'm just going to keep playing outside. I'm building a storage unit right now. I got my weed whacker. I got my blower. So I'm out here playing. I got my fresh little headband on. And hopefully y'all are having a rad Monday. It's a brand new week. It's your week to sparkle. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you on sleeping meds? Do you have a hard time sleeping? What sleeping aids do you use? Maybe natural sleeping aids. That's what I'm really, really interested in. Inspire me, motivate me, and educate me. What natural remedies do you use to help you go night-night? Let me know. I love you all. Bye.